So we are honoured to have here, we're in conversation with Merlin of Avalon today, and we're here at Bridie's Yard where he is a druid and a volunteer. So thanks so much for inviting us along.
Thanks for asking me.
For this. So I'll just begin, Merlin. So what is your connection to Glastonbury or Avalon?
Definitely Avalon. The land drew me here before I came to live here, and working with the whole kind of Merlin Arthurian energy, which I always have, Avalon's obviously a part of that. For me, Avalon is the heart chakra of planet Earth, and that's not just me. That's common knowledge. Even in Tibet, they acknowledge it. But what does Avalon mean? Well, for me, it's the heart is about kind of embracing the holistic. It's a very interfaith place. So Avalon is a place where people have always lived in harmony, whatever their beliefs or traditions, and that's pagan, Christian. There's never any conflict, and that's the legacy of Avalon, really. So it's multicultural, multi-faith. But for me, it's also very monastic, and it's got a monastic history. So people would have come here for contemplation and meditation as a quiet place, without away from the bustle of the everyday marketplace of the world.
Yeah.
Now, there's always been trading here, and trading is part of the Abbey. All the artisans, the leather workers, the basket makers, the bookmakers, they all had their skills, but it wasn't commercialized in the same way as now. It's become very much, all the shops on the high street. For me, that's not really what Avalon is about. So Glastonbury, if you come here and you see Glastonbury is the high street and the tourist trail. Avalon is Bridie's Mound and other places like the lakes out on the Avalon marshes. Those places are, in nature. So perhaps Glastonbury is the town and Avalon is nature.
And you connect more with Avalon. That's what you relate
For me, I've never been a worldly person. I'm contemplative. I like peace and quiet away from busyness and noise. I mean, that's me. But I think that's, if you're looking for that here, it's getting harder. But that's how I will always remember it being. Avalon of the heart it's spiritual. It's not materialistic.
Thank you. That's a beautiful answer. And how did you first hear about the World Heritage Status proposal when it came about?
I heard that there was a council meeting in the town after it had happened. Just after it happened, someone told me here, oh, there was a council meeting the other day about this World Heritage Status for Glastonbury, and I'd heard sort of whispers in the community. But I hadn't made a point of going to council meetings, and I didn't know whether this was one where there was any public consultation. And I still can't remember whether, when I asked people that would have known more than me, if it was in fact a public meeting open to the public to listen to. I heard that you have to kind of book a space with them if you want to speak about anything, and you've got a limited amount of time. And the general thing I picked up from that was, a few people went and they didn't really get a say or couldn't really say anything, and they felt that the community wasn't really being consulted. And that's what made me want to look into it a bit more. Well, who were those councillors? But more importantly, who voted for and against? I think, I think it was something to do with a vote. The council were going to vote on whether they were behind it or not. And I heard that a lot of them were behind it. I mean, particular councillors, I was told, that were definitely behind this World Heritage.
Yeah.
And I don't know who actually, if anyone on the council did actually oppose it. It seemed to me that they were being pretty much in favour, but
So You're talking about the counsellors, not the consultants, basically. You heard about it through the grapevine. Through people, yeah.
I did.
Okay, thank you. And do you know any other sites worldwide that have attained World Heritage status? Have you heard of any?
Well, for me personally, because I've been involved, I was involved in the Stonehenge campaign,
yeah,
to allow for English Heritage to allow people to come and celebrate the solstice, midsummer solstice. So my work there, I soon realised how much of what's there that we druidically is problematic was been done by English Heritage, and I knew that they were, involved in this World Heritage status, the same as at Avebury, English Heritage. Again, having done Druid ceremonies there for decades, again we're up against all the same things. So the impact on Stonehenge and Avebury through English Heritage has been awful. I mean, huge car parks, limited access, signs, no access, and just ugly buildings going up. So yeah, especially at Stonehenge, obviously with a horrific visitors centre, which is I wouldn't even, that's. But yeah, so that what they've done there is, to me, is a very clear sign of if that was to happen here, we would have the same sort of ugliness and gentrification that we're seeing from it already.
And what do you think the impact of World Heritage status would be on Glastonbury or Avalon?
Well, again, judging by Stonehenge and Avebury, we would expect coach parks, gentrification, buildings, no access signs, opening and closing times, fences, trackways, lights, and that's not supporting the energy of Avalon.
No.
So it's more modernisation of ancient energy, and it doesn't enhance one's experience. It actually makes it more mundane and less spiritual.
Yeah, take away from it. And what are your greatest fears or worries about, if it's, you've already mentioned them, about World Heritage status coming here? You have one in particular, or is it just everything?
Quite a few concerns that, first of all, the impact on local businesses and local economy, because where you get these infrastructures coming in and they're backed by global corporations, which this would be, then there's lots and lots of money available to come in and put all this infrastructure in, which isn't going to benefit local people, because all the profits, and it will be profits that are going to be from all of this, shops and all this kind of thing, this is what it leads to, is going to get sucked out of the town. And local businesses, what tends to happen, where we've seen this before, is prices go up, and then people can't afford to come here or live here or do business here, because of this competition all of a sudden, with all this big stuff coming in that pushes out the small time, not so much for profit local people who are, just want people to have a more spiritual experience, and they don't want the commerciality.
Do you think places like Bridie's Yard here would survive? Just suddenly struck me.
This is typical of what would happen, is that the sheer numbers. Glastonbury is a small town, and it's not built to be put on the world tourist map. And if that really does step up any more than it's already a problem with the May Festival and nowhere to park. It's it's rammed everywhere. And then big coaches coming in, hordes of people everywhere, all taking your photograph, and it doesn't help us here, and it will, the footfall will squeeze everything out, and it become really overcrowded. Noise, busy, and spoil the more tranquil sort of more Somerset town energy that this place has been known for you know, long time. So it would change a lot.
Would there be any benefits at all, do you think?
I'm really glad you asked that, because underlying all of this, one of my things I'm saying to people is, well, why don't we ask who benefits? Who benefits? And that's not local people. It's the globalists, ultimately. It's not going to benefit the land.
No.
And it's not going to benefit the people.
No.
It's going to benefit a global agenda, which involves big money and commercialization of spiritual places. So I'm very much against World Heritage Status.
And the last question, why should it be stopped now, Merlin?
Before it's too late, because this plan for Glastonbury hasn't been really, there's been very little public, or if any, public consultation. And it's just like a literal bulldozing. Or, they've already started work on the mound. It's become a building site at one end. Trees have been chopped down. Trackways are being laid. So to be honest,
and that's happening now, isn't it, Merlin? That's happened.
It's happened in the last 2 weeks. Work has begun up there. Now the thing is, the reason we have to act now is because if you go to the literature of trying to find out what's been going on here with all this work all of a sudden, there's hardly any information available. You go on the Town Deal website, there's like not much there. You go on the Friends of Bridie's Mound workshop website, there's not much there. And what little information is available online is not, they haven't been transparent, they haven't been open, they haven't been explicit. It's dressed up in this flowery language that sounds very good when you just quick first read. But if you kind of read between the lines and think what they're saying actually means, I think the reason they haven't been so explicit in actually telling us the details of these plans is because they knew that if they had done 2 or 3 years ago when this was all being discussed, people would have been out in uproar.
Yeah.
So they've, now we're digging around and they've started the work. We're trying to find out what's going on, and there's very, very, very little information, and that's suspicious to me.
Very much
because
so.
if you think something so wonderful, like they're saying it is, well, why didn't they come out and tell us this 3 years ago about all these amazing things they were going to do?
Yeah, like
but they didn't. They kept it quiet. Now, why is that? Why would they keep it all quiet?
They're using the word like sustainable roundhouse and things like that, but then you've pointed out that it's a concrete foundation and things, and it doesn't look very sustainable to me the way that it's looking right now.
It's not. It's not eco-friendly.
No.
And there's a sign on the gate that says Nature Restoration Project. And all you see is gravel, trees that have been chopped down, and a building site. And already I can feel the difference in the energies on Bridie's Mound. So look at Stonehenge, what's been done there. A visitor centre is being built now, and if you look at the Stonehenge Visitor Centre, they're saying it's going to be nothing like that. No, well, let's hope not. But these people haven't been entirely honest, and we're starting to doubt what they're saying because they have actually lied. So,
and people are shocked, aren't they, who are discovering now what's going on here?
It is shocking if you haven't had any, even if, I've said to people, look, they're doing this, go and have a look, and they're like, So if they'd come out and said they were going to do all this in detail and been honest, people would have been shocked then.
Yeah.
We are going back 3 years when this was, decided by a few people, and we're still trying to find out who they were. So it's really important that more and more people share this information, because it's going to affect everyone who loves Avalon and loves this land and wants to be there. And the quality of their experience is going to be different from a quiet place of meditation to something that's been built on and, you know, could become very busy. So we have to act now to stop this before it becomes like Stonehenge.
Merlin, do you think different types of people will come, less the pilgrims, and different sort of people might be attracted?
Well, in the old days,
repackaged, you know,
the pre-packaged deals, absolutely, because when I used to come down here in the 90s, people used to come here. We would camp in the orchard. We would camp in a hedge. You know, we would stay up all night, light a little fire, and do a ceremony. And now it's like keep off the grass, no camping, no fires. You know, so when you go, so we would come here as backpackers, basically pilgrims. And find out where these places are, climb through a bramble bush, and then you'd have a discovery of this secret little place. And it's an amazing experience. But if there's a big road going up to it and a massive gate and all the rest of it, then as a pilgrim, the magic of discovery has gone, because you know, it's all kind of big signs everywhere. But the main thing I've noticed is that when we came down here in the 90s, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have a website to log on to on a smartphone. So now people are sat at home on their computers, or they're on their phone. They're going online, and they're saying, well, I'm thinking of going to Glastonbury. What does it say on the website? Oh, it says go here, go there, pre-book this, pre-book your journey. Click on here and it will show you this place to go and that place to go. So people are going around and they're going on their phone. Right, I'm here now, I'm at Bridie's Mound. What does it say? Oh, it says go to the gate and turn left. They go to the gate, it says go up there. Oh, there's a picture. What does it say? It says here something about an Abbey ruin. Oh, they've marked it out with a brick building foundation. So we can, okay, that's great. I'll take a selfie and off I go to the next place it's telling me to go. And for me, I'm sat there thinking, well, it's getting very busy and noisy around here. I'm trying to meditate. And the people that are coming, they don't seem very connected. They're not actually making a deep connection here. They're not spending enough time to just switch off their phone, sit down, smell the flowers, take their shoes off, sit for a while. We do that as locals, and there are pilgrims who will continue to come here that want that kind of experience. But for those that are being led by the nose, it's just going to be a quick in and out, and another thing to tick off on their list before they book in. They've probably all pre-booked in to somewhere to stay and everything. So it's a very different experience, and one that I would not enjoy if I was taken on a packaged tour like that. I wouldn't enjoy it because I'd feel that I haven't got time to actually connect with the place before I'm ushered on to the next, you know, big path that takes you up and round and back again, and you're not even really getting to sit under a tree or. So, for me as a spiritual person, you know, that's been my connection, and I'm seeing a very different way of relating.
At Stonehenge, they had these little posters telling you what pictures, how to take your selfies. Because I said to Jack, why is everybody putting their hand out like this? And they were literally following the instructions of these posters, and they absolutely shocked me. And it was just, I'd say about 90% of the people were following these posters.
That many
that weren't there. I mean, there were literally droves of people just following what the posters were telling them.
Wow, I'm actually shocked to hear that. I sort of make a joke about this sort of zombie trail, you know, but you've seen it. I haven't. I tend, when I see the hordes of, I tend to just sort of run away and wait till night time and they've all gone and come back and commune. So, you know, it's interesting, isn't it? You see these things from the inside or from the outside. I'm an insider as far as the earth energies are concerned. And when I commune with the earth energies, and then I watch these trails coming through, and I think, wow, you know, people are not connecting.
Well, thank you so much, Merlin. And,
thank you.
It's wonderful to hear all your knowledge and all your insights.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure.